Welcome back to the Cruz Brothers React.
Guys, while we were recording this episode, there was a thunderstorm going on, and out of all the shit that could have happened, it shut off the power. Crazy shit.
I feel like we've just been having a lot of bad luck lately when it comes to fucking this channel. Oh, we're
bro,
not,
you said it before, but yeah, definitely when we get the studio, bro, we're gonna go on a fucking binge spree.
Yeah, guys, it's kind of difficult, you know, because we're like, my brother's really busy doing the studio, I'm really busy doing work and stuff, so it's really hard to, like, you know, sit down and react. But I'm telling you guys right now, once the studio's done, after all your guys' help, we're gonna reward you guys with back-to-back reactions where we're gonna be back on our grind. Just stay tuned for that, guys.
But yeah, 7 Deadly Sins episode 11. So we got up into a certain point. I don't know if you want to watch it or not.
But pretty much in this episode, what the main things we saw were like a lot of the powers between Meliodas and Bond. We saw a lot of things that Bond could do, and that fight with Meliodas and Bond was very interesting, to say the least, because at one point in the fight, we see Bond like about to thrash this guy, like he was literally about to win, but you know, Meliodas is literally a never-ending well of power, so he couldn't stop him. And I forgot what happened at the end, really, what happened, like how he actually beat him, because I know that he took all his power at one point. Because Bond has this cheating ability called Snatch, apparently, that is no joke, and that shit is pretty hot. Which makes Bond literally probably one of the, I don't know, I can't say one of the best Sins because I haven't seen the other ones, but Bond is looking like one of the top contenders in the Sins right now. And it's looking like Bond literally only respects Meliodas because of the fact that he's stronger than him. That's what I feel. But yeah, I feel like if Bond was stronger than Meliodas, he wouldn't even follow him at all or anything. You know, the reason he follows him as a captain is because he's stronger. So yeah, pretty cool.
I don't think so.
I felt like that. Because when he was about to beat, he literally wants to beat the captain. That's what his goal is. Or like, not his goal, but like, that's something that he wants to do. He wants to finally be able to beat the captain in a 1v1. But yeah.
Besides that, they're kind of friendly too, I think. But yeah, there was that whole situation. Again, we got another glimpse of Meliodas' secret power with that symbol on his head. Which, did they mention that crest? Because we've seen it on the old guy's, you know, his clothing.
It's the mark of the beast. Well, actually, I can't.
I
don't think it is the mark of the beast.
It was a family thing. I think it was like a kingdom thing. It was like a symbol, some shit like that. I don't know exactly what it ties to, but yeah. Besides that, and that whole thing happened. So how old really is Meliodas, bro? This guy has to be mad old. He's talking to people like that, like they're old buddies and shit. And obviously, no one knows. No one knows exactly how they're staying their age and all this other stuff. But yeah, that's all that really happened. Interesting to see Meliodas catch up fucking old ass people. But again, after credit scene, we saw this green-haired guy. I think we assumed once before that he was also a 7 Deadly Sin. And now we're seeing like him interacting with like a fucking suit of armor that was on the wanted poster. So I don't know exactly what's going on. Maybe they're both a 7 Deadly Sin, or I don't know what's going on there. But yeah. And then who was that riding towards them? She was mad as hell.
It looked like that we never seen before.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a Veronica, but it's not Veronica.
It's obvious, you idiot.
Stupid. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Obviously, they're making big noise out here, so they're gonna raise some alarms. People are gonna talk. But yeah, it was a good episode, guys.
Yeah, definitely was a very good episode. Actually, I'm kind of upset that we lost all that footage, because that was like, for us, like when we reacted to it originally, we were hype on that episode. So, you know, we can't really do much about it, guys, but to continue from here. But you know, thank you actually on Patreon for a lot of you guys understanding, because a lot of you guys were understanding about it instead of, you know, roasting us. But yeah, it was definitely a good episode. I'm excited to see, finally, we're going to get introduced to a new sin, because that's also something that I mentioned in our reaction that we lost. I was like, yo, when are we going to get introduced to a new sin? And then finally we get it here, so.
Also, one more thing. Meliodas mentioned his sin, the whole thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's also the cool thing too that we found out about this episode, is that they've named the 7 deadly sins because they all bear a sin. pretty much. So that's pretty cool to like kind of know. And Meliodas' sin was something about him not being able to protect some village or something like that, and apparently had a loved one also that he couldn't protect. So yeah, that was pretty cool backstory there on that. So maybe more to it in the future for the storyline of Meliodas to see, because we only got a brief little summary of his like past. We didn't really get much, so I'm hoping they go more into it in the future. So
yeah, there's definitely a lot they're not telling us in the show so far, and if season 2 is as good as people say it is, then I hope we get a lot of that plus the action, bro. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching this review. Sorry about losing the reaction to this one, but let us know what you think in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to pledge that $1 to the Patreon to watch all of our full-length 7 Deadly Sin reactions and future ones that are not on the YouTube yet. This will be available for the 1-star pledge at a limited time, because we only keep the 4 most recent anime reaction series on our 1-star pledge. If you want to get access to our whole entire library of archived reactions, be sure to pledge to the 4-star pledge and get access to movie reactions on top of that, and polls voting on, you know, what movies and animes we watch next. But again, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and peace.